So our guest here is one of my good friends. I like to say he's got a lot of experience in the West End scene, and he's basically made a big name for himself, from managing a nice Northwest bar to now owning his own place, the Prince of Peckham, and now the Queen of South. We're here to pick his brain for amazing ideas and tell us about his story. And we'd like to dig deep. This is my friend Clem. So here we're going to start off. Let's go back in the days. Let's go back. Let's go to the beginning. So let's say West End time, and then build up all the way to this position you're in now.
But when you hear an intro of yourself, it's all a bit like, right, is that me?
Did I do
that?
Mum.
My other one is even better. My other intro is banging. Yeah, smashed it. That's one reason I said, let me do a short one, and a real one comes out. Yeah.
West End. Do you know what's nuts about West End? So I worked in retail. I don't know, I'm smiling because I'm just chuffed around the intro. The intro was really nice. Thank you, Julie. So I used to work in retail. I used to work at the Gap and Armani. And obviously when you're working in retail, you see things that you've never, it's not in reach, right? You're just going to work, you're turning up and you're seeing like fast cars. We call it fast cars, chicas, boutiques, right? You're just seeing all this like madness, and it's not your world, but you just turn up to work. And I was always like, yeah, this is sick. This is amazing. And then I had the opportunity to had my own like a photographic studio for a few years, which is kind of like where I learned social media marketing. Like Facebook first came in 2004. Kind of learned about Facebook and target marketing. And I think that's kind of like when I had my real kind of like brainwave to think to myself, well, I could turn up with a guest list of 100 girls that are of this age within this area, just using target marketing through social media. And I remember my brother and our business partner, we created a company called Mace PR, which is kind of like when we met Julian and he had exclusive touches, which was, you couldn't touch exclusive touch. They were doing bits. And then like, so we just started doing these events through like these studios. And then like we got credit crunched. Yeah. Like in 2009, which was kind of mad. And that's when I decided to create something called Clem Face. Yeah. Which sounds kind of mad. It's a bit narcissistic at the time. But it was, I thought to myself, I wanted to create something that was really an embodiment of like I like fun. I'm a serious guy, but I like fun. Yeah. And I'm quite a tolerant person. I understand that everyone has different isms, but when people go and party and enjoy themselves, whatever they have in their heads or problems in their lives, they just leave at the door. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And I kind of wanted to embody that through this brand Clem Face. And I remember my first night was Maya. Yes. Maya on Thursday. Ooh. Popped off, bro. All the time. Just popped off. Yeah. And you're just making scratch. You're just making like, rod. Yeah. And they pay me, when I think about it now, I'm like, you pay me to do what? Yeah. And then we got an office in Oxford Street. Yes, like we were just.
You were right next door to us. Yeah,
yes, of course. And it was pretty incredible. But I'll be honest with you, like, you get to a stage like when I think about it now, West End was just like, it was racist, bro. Like it was mad racist. And you know what's funny about it? Like we propagated that. Like we were in it, and you get older and you understand what position you played and what you did. Like you got your boys coming. And your boys can't get in. Yeah. Okay. Imagine you're a black promoter. Yeah. And they're saying promote the night. Yeah. And they're expecting you to not bring black people. Yeah. And you're like, okay. Yeah. You're like, because you're getting,
because you're on the money at that point.
Right. Yeah. So it's normalized.
Like you're accepting it. Yeah. I felt like that as well.
Also, like, imagine this concept where you go to a party. Yeah. There's 400 people in there. Yeah. But like 15 of them are black. Yeah. And you're more worried about the 15 black people than the 385 white people that are in there. That's what was crazy. So, and I just got a little bit like...
You start to realise, I know what you mean.
You start to realise that this isn't, and I think like 30, 31 when I kind of, the penny dropped. It's like, no, this is a bit wild. So I made a decision to kind of like fall back. I wanted to learn more about, because I had no problems with bums on seats. Yeah. And at the time, like my cousin man is a musician and he blew, and then we were just hanging off his coattails like, yo, if you're going to blow, we're going to blow. Like, there was no problem putting bums on seats. But it's understanding what happened behind the bar. Understanding like rota, GPs, picking stock. Like I had no idea. We just turned up, put people in and got paid and fucked off. Yeah. Like, we had no idea there was so much more to this machine. In which then I decided to fall back. My belly just rumbled then. I decided to fall back, and then I worked for this company in Northwest London, and I opened up this club. which was a pub, and then I opened up this club. It's called Love and Liquor.
Liquor.
We created Love and Liquor. And everyone was like, what, Clem, you're going to open up a club in North London? You mad? I was like,
Yeah, in Kilburn. Yeah.
Peak Kilburn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, peak Kilburn.
Yeah.
And you're South London.
Right? But it wasn't even about whether I was South. It's Kilburn, bro.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
So we created this brand called Love and Liquor. And if I'm honest with you, as I've always done, and I've built up this this personal brand as well.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, how I dealt with people, always been fair.
Yeah.
You know, I've never tried to like shaft anyone. It's always been about the experience and the fun. So when this opened, but I was also trying to push boundaries too.
Yeah, you did.
You know, it wasn't just about like, let's turn up and party to some any DJ, right? Because you can pay him 200 quid and get away with it.
Yeah.
It was like, if a DJ cost X amount of pounds and the value was there and he was going to bring something else, then we pay him or her.
Yeah.
And then so we created this Love and Liquor, and it opened up fantastically well.
Yeah.
And then it had this dip. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like, I've got my boss on my case and I've got a profit share deal. And I'm like, you know, imagine at 31 years old, basic salary, I was paid 22 grand, right? Basic salary. But I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Because I was on this mad retainer and I was on this mad profit share. And I've always been of a generation where, give me a target, I'm going to run for it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not necessarily about guaranteed. I want to know, if you give me a target, I'm going to run, I'm going to smash. I'm just going to do the most to get what that carrot is or whatever it is. So when it started dipping, I was like, I can't go in with. And I was a property owner at this. I had 2 properties, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how can I be earning?
One thing about Love and Liquor, when you launched it, everyone from the West End, everyone in general wanted to come doing events because you're there.
Yeah.
And then even when you had Idris Elba, he was.
Yeah, that was the game changer.
Yeah.
But that was a game changer in terms of my perception of things. So imagine like, Idris is my hero, bro. Like, you know, Rose will tell you, like, I'm always talking about Idris. Like, Idris is my hero. Imagine like someone who's like unapologetically Black African, but he's mixing in circles and he's not saying sorry. And these people are looking up to him like, we wanna be where you are.
Yeah.
And he's like white, middle class, men, women.
Yeah.
Then I just thought, I was like, yo, I can still be me and uncompromising.
Yeah.
As long as I'm real and I keep it 100% and the product and experience of what I'm saying I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought that. So we did a party. We did a 7-week series with him. It started January 2013. Wow, freaking, it was incredible. Like,
smashed it.
Trey Songz. I remember when Trey Songz pulled up. Imagine Trey Songz pulling up to Kilburn.
he wouldn't even know where he was, surely.
I'm trying to think of a Trey Songz song. But like, he pulled up to Kilburn and was like, hey, is this for real?
Yeah.
Will I am.
Yeah. That's
to Kilburn.
To Kilburn, yeah.
So this is madness.
Yeah.
That just changed everything for me.
Yeah.
I just thought to myself, do you know what, I know it sounds really cliche, but the impossible is nothing. Like,
yeah, definitely.
And I just carried on pushing, and Love and Liquor just became like this real institution. And unfortunately, my boss at the time, I remember he said to me, I don't know if I can repeat this, but he said to me like, which to be fair, in hindsight, he's probably right.
Yeah.
We can't, as a business, you can't have a venue that's built on one person.
Yeah.
Because it's unsustainable, right? That person moves on, then what are you going to do?
Yeah.
So they decided to sell this venue. They sold the venue. And I took over this next space called Paradise.
Yeah. And
Paradise is really and truly where I fell in love with pubs.
Yeah.
The most beautiful pub I've ever seen. Like, just gorgeous. Like, and it was this multifaceted space with this 360-degree experience. You had this gorgeous dining room. You know, you had private hire spaces, you had karaoke, you had all these things. And I thought, right, all of this can actually exist in pubs. Because pubs have always been beautiful buildings.
Yeah.
But it's always been that white, male-dominated sports, you know, not even necessarily middle class, working class, like Irish boozers, that kind of thing. And it's great. And I think when those pubs existed, they were safe spaces for those communities, right? But London isn't what it was anymore. Like, the melting pot is actually melting.
Yeah.
You know, so those spaces, those safe spaces need to be a lot more inclusive, so to speak. So, you know, I was there so I think my stint was like 4 years in total.
What sort of time period is this, Clem?
This is like between 2012 and 2016.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah, 2012, 2016. And then I reached a point where ownership was never really a reality. And not necessarily ownership, but like what I wanted to do in terms of these inclusive spaces that were, you know, unapologetically black led, but not just exclusive to. It just wasn't going to happen where at that space I was at, and you know, so I decided to step down. And I just remember being like unemployed for like, you know, you leave a space, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go buy a pub. Fuck it, I'm gonna go buy a pub. Yeah. And I sold a flat of mine. Yeah. And trust me, pubs are expensive, bro. There was no there wasn't enough money for that. So I was like sitting in my house for like a few months, and I remember my wife comes in. Well, like 2 in the afternoon, I was like smoking weed, yeah.
And how old are you around here? I'm 33.
I'm old enough, bro, to know. I'm old enough to know, bro. Well, I'm like, hold on, man. This is like 2016, so I'm like 35.
Yeah.
I'm like 35. And I just remember like my wife saying, whatever this is, yeah, you need to get out of the house and get a job. Like there's no pub happening now. Like go out and do something. So true to what I've always done, I've always carved out, created an opportunity somewhere. So I created this opportunity in London Fields. I took over the laundry building.
Nice.
Which became like Ringer and Mango Basewood. And again, it was like me being exposed to another area. So I was in East London now. And, you know, it was, I mean, to be fair, it was like a bit piss easy, to be honest. It was fine. I love East London. I had good connections, vibes in there. But it still wasn't what, I just knew that I didn't, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And what was good about that experience is, obviously no disrespect to my bosses at the time, but I thought, look, if these guys can own a space, I can own a space. You know what I mean? And not for anything other than the fact that like, yo, I'm no less than you guys. So if you've taken a punt and you've done this, then surely I can do this.
Right. Yeah.
So then I decided I saw a pub. I saw quite a few pubs, but there's one pub in Peckham. It was called the Clayton Arms. And I remember speaking to my friends like, going, yeah, I want to get this pub. In Clifton Estate, they're like, Clem, please. Don't do it. No one cares if you're from ends, bro. Don't do it. Like, I was like, no, there's something about this space. Like, I know. Obviously, most important, I could afford it. You know what I mean? But I was like, no, there's something about this space, and it's frontline Peckham. Yeah. You know, because I think Peckham at the time, Rye Lane was like the spot. Yeah. But Rye Lane is like South Peckham towards like Dulwich, and it's not really the embodiment of, in my opinion, my journey of Peckham. You know, like, Peckham is very much working class. It's challenging. I didn't really know the affluent part of Peckham when I grew up. When I went to St. Thomas Apostle in Peckham, I didn't really know that area or those type of people anyway. So I knew I wanted to be frontline. I wanted to be like right in the middle of Peckham. I wanted to be right where, you know, you'll see your auntie and uncles. Like it wasn't necessarily desirable, but just trying to spotlight in an area that in a part of Peckham that really needed that spotlight. So I saw Clayton Arms, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy this pub. And then my boy's like, yo, man, I was like, trust me, this is gonna work. Then I came up with the name Prince of Peckham, right? Dope name. Everyone's like, dope, bad boy name. But you know the funny thing, you would think that someone's fucking trademarked it, right? You think like Rio Ferdinand or someone. I'm going online, I was speaking to this trademark company. I said, yeah, can you just check if Prince of Peckham is available? Yeah. Within minutes it was available. I said, listen, take that now.
Don't care how much to do it.
Just do it. Yeah. So I trademarked it.
Where did the name come from? Like, was there something inside? Did it happen easily for you?
No, do you know what? I'll tell you what it was. So I'm Nigerian born. I came when I was 6 years old. Me, my brother, my sister, my dad. And at the time, there was nothing really on television that was reflective of me, my family, or my background, other than Desmond's, right? Yeah. And Desmond's was just a show, bro. Like, to the London, it was just a sick show.
Cutting it once. For real. True story.
You never go back again.
Fortune. I've never had a haircut where someone plays dominoes, drinks rum, and cuts your hair. 3-in-1 experience.
If it was Tony cutting your hair, definitely. No, but it was just like that show. And there was one character on it called Lee, the Peckham Prince Stanley. And he was just like, at the time, he was like, you know, he was like denim jeans, skin tight denim jeans, white shirt, leather jacket, you know, Cockney 1 minute, patois the next, like flip it on a sixpence. And it was like having that embodiment of like, yeah, we're black, but we're black British. We're black Brits, right? But also that space where you can just come, chop, chat and chill. You can cut your hair, not cut your hair. And it was like a real community hub, and it reflected my family, where I was. So the Prince of Peckham pretty much came from Peckham Prince Stanley.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
So yeah, and then created Prince of Peckham. went to South Africa actually. So this is what happened. So just before I was talking about this, buying this pub, and I went to South Africa in February 2017. I was there for like 3 weeks. And Nelson Mandela is my favorite person, and it's because of his level of tolerance, you know, to be incarcerated for 27 years and come out and not speak ill of his captors. Like it's just an unbelievable, you know, like we have like conversations about how tolerant I can be sometimes with too many people. But I just think everyone's kind of fucked up in it. And it's just what it is. And I'm probably one of the most fucked up people I know. But yeah, and it was very much like I was in South Africa. I was about to abseil down Table Mountain. And no, actually, I was about to abseil down Table Mountain. And I just thought to myself, like, fuck it. I'm going to jump down this fucking mountain 400 meters into the clouds. And if I can do this, I can do anything.
That's good.
And I did that. And I remember signing the papers on the electronically on the boat. I said to my wife, "Oh, babe, we're about to buy a pub, you know." Send it off, and 17th of February 2017, the papers were signed. Came back from South Africa, walked into this empty pub, thinking, "What the fuck am I gonna do? What have I done with my life? Oh my God. What have I done? Who told me?" But yeah, and Prince of Peckham 3 months later, so like May 16th was open.
Much for a refurb, would you say?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, much of refurb in terms of like
bits and bobs, or was it?
We created another floor.
Okay.
We created another floor. Like, it was just a 1-floor pub.
Okay.
And we created another floor. It was. I mean, best part of £250,000, if I'm honest, to like do that all up. But if I buy it, solicitors, etc. And I was lucky. Like, don't I say lucky? I'm fortunate. I had some people that really believed in me. I had my cousin involved. And that was a really important, because I couldn't get money from nowhere. You know, I even used like my money I got from my wedding and stuff. I just but no, it was thank God, bro. And I just and it opened, and here we are today.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. And what was like over that period, was there moments of doubt? Like, or did you just 100% know this was gonna work out? Like, as you said, when you come back from South Africa, you walk into an empty pub almost. Like, talk us through that.
Yeah, I mean, the main doubt probably happened like 6-8 months even prior to all that, was just getting the money together. You know, being led on a merry-go-round by Barclays, saying they can do this and they can do that, and you're like, all right, you're calling almost like cap in hand, saying, "Please, sir." And it was actually quite like a humbling, almost like kind of humiliating at times, having to call this same gentleman, like, he's like, "We ain't got nothing for you, we'll come back to you when I..." And I know I was annoying him, but he probably deals with like hundreds of people like me. You know what I mean? And then and I just remember like December 26th, just before I went to South Africa, I was the gentleman at Barclays was like, "It's not gonna happen." And I called my cousin, unfortunately no longer with us, and he was just like, I said, "Oh, I'm done. Like, this is long, like, can't do this." And he said to me, "If you don't do this, and then what?" That's literally what he said, guys. "If you don't do this, and then what?" I was like laughing. He goes, "No. And my Igbo name is Chukwumerije." So he goes, "Chooks, what are you gonna do?" What are you gonna do? And it was real, because there was so much energy, and like, I spent like over a decade like doing events and being in hospitality and doing that sort of stuff. And I think this was the natural progression, but ultimately it was like creating something that I believed in, but that was its purpose was to empower and embody like a journey that most people have been on, but haven't been in spaces that reflect that or allow them to be that. You know, and I'm very much like, our saying is like, we represent the underrepresented and we champion the marginalized. And it's very much like, we're about the other. You know, we're about the other, and we just want to, I just think everyone's at their best when they have a good time, and if you give people a space where they're having a good time, regardless of who they are, where they're from, then it's gonna, you know, you make magic, you make money, right? So other than that period of time where I didn't know about money, I didn't know I was gonna get money. The moment, I mean, don't get wrong, you walk into a pub, right? And you're like, fuck, there's no electricity, it's cold. Like, who are you gonna call to get, like, who do you even call to like get, you know, it's funny, because I didn't even know you paid for water. Listen to this. We didn't even know. Am I beating myself up? Are they going to call me?
It's good.
We didn't even even know that we paid for water until a couple of years later, bro. I was like, yo.
That bill must have been big.
No, bro. I think we're still paying off now. Not gonna lie. No, but it was a mad thing. It was a mad thing.
Yeah.
But then you're learning as you go along. Like, every day is a school day.
Yeah. Because when you actually look into detail, like after having my venue, the bills, each thing, you start thinking to yourself, wow, this is actually kind of building up.
Bro.
Because you got the business rates, then you got the rent, and then you got obviously the staffing, then you got the electricity, and then you start looking, this thing's broken, and you start saying, okay, cool. So what's what am I on this week? Oh, you got to pay all this. I'm like, oh crap. And if you don't sort it out, it builds up to the next week. Did you ever find yourself like in a tight position sometimes? Obviously, because you're getting used to it, really.
My first, I done my nails the other day. Yeah, my nails are looking bad, bro. So I'm not getting my camera, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Real talk, bro. Someone told me not to get shellac. I got shellac. I don't know what I was thinking, bro. I just wanted to be bougie, innit?
I'm thinking, I should do that to myself,
Like Clem's changed, man.
The West End days are long gone.
No, but my toes need amputated.
No, yeah. Done. My one needs proper help. Yeah, definitely.
Let's just cover this. What's the question? Okay, so the first month of wages, I extended my credit card.
Yeah.
So it was like end of May, like I extended my credit card, got like about 12 grand for my credit card to pay that. But also I was kind of prepared, because I think I was kind of prepared for that. It was scary, but still, like, we were open halfway for a month. I knew, other than, it's funny because the Thursday that we opened to the public was actually our highest taken Thursday for like 4 years.
Yeah.
So imagine like that one Thursday. So it was mad.
You're thinking, wow.
We hadn't taken a bigger Thursday, and I was like, bad thing.
I told you all.
Right? And imagine going from left to like
drinks for everybody.
to do the fraction of the Saturday. You're like, oh my God. So I got an extension of my credit card, paid the wages. But then I didn't know about VAT returns, right?
Yeah.
So I just thought you always paid VAT. But then my first VAT return was them giving me money back.
Okay.
Because obviously we spent all this time building, getting stuff out, but we haven't taken any
back. Yeah.
So when I got this, I was like, hold on, what? You're giving what? But it's true to form, HMRC are wankers. They don't want to give you money.
No.
They ask you, okay, cool. How did you acquire this business? Who did you get it from? And I thought to myself, I panicked at the beginning. I thought to myself, do you know what? I've got nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
I've got an accountant, bro. Go speak to my accountant. I don't need to speak to you. I was, and then I realized that, bro, I'm gonna do business properly.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mess around because I'm scared of the tax man.
Yeah.
So then they gave me like £30,000 back.
Yeah.
That's my VAT rebate that period in the year anyway. And that put me in good stead. Moving on. The first 7 months, obviously, we made a loss. As you naturally do. But then thereafter, it was like, if I'm honest, it was I don't think we rested the loss for a while.
No.
Yeah. Prince of Peckham. Yeah, it's been an absolute godsend. But it's been a godsend because we've kept true to the DNA of the pub.
Yeah.
We've kept true in terms of the events, the community aspect of things. We haven't tried to like, we're a boozer. We're not a late night club space. We're a boozer. Oh, by the way, they have a DJ that plays till 2. Oh, we're a boozer. And by the way, there's food to be eaten.
Yeah.
Oh, we're a boozer. Oh, do you get what I mean? Like, we're a pub first and foremost.
Yeah, everything else.
And we've never ever deviated from that. Ever.
But do you feel like, obviously with that experience and promotion and stuff, because I studied marketing, and your marketing at Prince of Peckham was like immaculate. Like for someone to sit there and just go into like an area, like opening a pub, and in a way to create something for the community and to give it that type of name, and you're giving the kitchen to somebody else to manage, but you create like more of like a social place as well. But I really like the idea of like the marketing structures of it. Did you get like knowledge from the promotion side of you to create that? Because you had friends of mine who travel from Northwest London to come to the Prince of Peckham. So I'm thinking, right, he's actually used that technique they used in the Love and Liquor, really, to kind of bring that to the Prince of Peckham. Do you think it's the same type of thing?
Yeah, you know, I definitely learned a lot from my previous employer, or previous employment, should I say. But a marketing guru, I am not, bro. Like,
you sure?
No,
I think you are, man.
No.
No, I think you are, man.
No, do you know what? I believe in consistency, right?
Yeah.
I believe someone turning up and knowing exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And at my age at the time, so I was what, 36, 35, 36. I just knew my social journey was, I want to turn up knowing what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
And if I get the right thing at that right time, I'm just going to go again. It's like how I shop, yeah? I don't go into shops. I go to the same shop online and I buy the same tee, same size, and I just don't deviate. And whether that's lazy or not, I don't know. I just like what I like, right? And I believe there's something innate in our social habits too. We just know what venue's gonna pop or what food we want to eat.
Yeah.
You know, when you go to Nando's, I bet you order the same flavor of chicken, right?
Yeah.
You just know it. You don't want to experiment. Extra hot, lemon, herb. Who knows? You just go for it. So I knew that was a factor.
Yeah.
But also know that I'm quite chaotic as well, and I've got, I've got a family side, and I've got a hedonistic side, and I've got a party side. Like, I just know that journey of individuals, that journey of an individual, I just wanted to represent that in the pub. So we just kind of like went, just scattered the freaking, we just did everything. We did as many things. Not saying we have like, you can't be all things to all men, but you can have fun while trying, right?
Yeah.
And then we just did so many things, and unfortunately a lot of it stuck.
Yeah.
Some things didn't. So we kept it moving. Yeah. We didn't hang around too much. And the best thing we ever did was our Saturday night is called Culture, right?
Yeah. Good name.
And that was born out of even before this word culture was even a thing. Like, it's only because I called it culture because of like, I'm Nigerian, and we have like, when we go to our Nigerian parties, they say Igbo culture, right? And that was just a thing that they just said. So I called it culture, right? And then, so the first few months I was fucking around with like Saturdays trying to put in like this DJ and that DJ. I remember having like Pussy Palace and having like Yasmin, all this sort of stuff. And I didn't want to become a slave to booking DJs every Saturday night, right? And the thing is, I think in our industry, bottom line is, if you can't get your Saturdays popping, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
I'm suffering with Queen of the South at the moment, but at the time, like, if you can't get your Saturdays popping, you shouldn't be doing this. So I just knew that consistently, Saturdays are about birthday parties. People can have a good time, knowing they're going to be safe, knowing they have a good time, and then they're going to get in. Like, we're a pub, right? Just make sure you get in. So you created culture. It's very simple. Culture, hip hop, R&B, Afro beats. That's the only communication. And the imagery was very much about like artists that we all grew and loved, and from Wizkids to Rihanna's to A$AP Rocky's and that kind of thing. It was very, very simple in its marketing. And it's like till today, like we're still doing culture. Yeah, 7 years on almost, and it does crazy to a point. I'll come out on a Saturday night at Culture when I'm there, and there'll be a queue, and I'll have to say to people, please, like, go somewhere else. Yeah. And not even in a horrible way. Like, just don't ruin your Saturday, because you'll be waiting. You'll be waiting here. Raw. And people still queue, like the queues.
Has that been a build for you, like, sort of over years to that point where people can't get in and stuff? Or did it just catch magic?
No, it wasn't instant at all. Like, before it was just turn up and get in, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously we went into a level of like quality control degrees. So then we introduced guest list, bookings. And then we introduced, was it after that we went straight to tickets?
I think probably about a year after guest list.
Yeah, then we just started doing like, paid entry. Then we stopped the paid entry.
Then tickets works.
And then it was just tickets.
Yeah.
And we were doing 250 tickets before we even and it was so, and obviously my philosophy behind that was like suffocate the supply, increase the demand, right? And also I just wanted to know that I would have 300 people, good people in the venue, enjoy the evening. And then lockdown came. Actually, no, it was after lockdown we bought the tickets, innit? So after lockdown, which was an awful time, but we went from one solid floor to like 3 floors.
Wow.
We just invest in the building, made it bigger. Nice. And then tickets just became the right thing to do. And Culture Saturdays. So like, and to back to the marketing question,
You are good at it.
You know what? I just know what I like.
Yeah.
I know what I like. And I like to think my biggest addiction is other people's social habits. Yeah. And I'm watching people, how they behave and what they like and how they respond to certain things. And that's kind of like where I get my inspo from. And just put it out like that.
Oh, that's wicked. Like, what? Oh, good. Let's talk about the next one. Should we talk about the next?
Yeah, I was going to say, Queen. Okay. Like, you've done it once. Yeah. What possesses you?
More for me, bro. Who taught me? As my mom would say, who taught you? Yeah, bro. So You do it once, right? You think, you do it twice.
Yeah.
But no, that's not the vibe at all. No. And you know, and I'm actually. So anyway, so I've been looking at this space, the second space, since like 2019.
Yeah.
And when COVID came, it told me that I wasn't ready for the second space. Told me to focus. I haven't maximized the first space, let alone start looking at a second space. You know what I mean? So eventually, May 2022, finally bought it. Absolute shithole, bro. It was like the building was like that.
It was tilted.
Yeah, it was tilted. So we had to underpin it and bring it like. Imagine I didn't even know you could level buildings. I mean, when they're like this, you just rip them down. We had to take the roof off. Oh. Yeah, it was a real. Put it this way, if someone said to me, Clem, do you want to open up see these blocks outside this thing?
Yeah,
I'm not scared of these fuckers, bro.
Yeah.
I've rebuilt a building. I ain't scared of this. And that's the biggest take I've probably taken from it. Like, I've done a really massive project in terms of like architecture wise, and it's been a learning curve. But in terms of like the second pub, it hasn't been plain sailing. Let's say that. And I think it's really important because everyone talks about the successes that everyone has. And,
yeah.
You know, will I say it's a failure? No, because of the lessons I've learned. I've been able to employ more people, give more people jobs, etc., etc. Also touch an area such as Tulsa that probably needed something like what we did. Are we working hard to make it work? Absolutely, and we're not giving up.
Yeah.
And then I think about Prince of Peckham's purpose being for us to be able to afford something like this.
Right.
But yeah, Queen of South opened May 23rd, 2023. After, bearing in mind, 6 months after it was meant to open.
Yeah.
And then we opened with no electricity. So it was on a generator, bro.
Wow.
And do you know what I said to myself? If this is about business, I'd just be like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. But for me, it was really, really important that it opened. Yeah. Because I felt also like people losing hope.
Yeah.
And hope's such a big thing in some of these like inner city communities. Like it's a big thing. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to be some martyr or anything, but it's like, I think when these spaces are so bright and boasty and someone's like, oh my God, look what's coming to town, and then you don't deliver.
Yeah.
It's almost like another kid thinks, look, someone else tried, so why am I going to try? Kind of.
Yeah.
So I think it was important that open. To be fair, that kid, I'm probably with you, mate. I should have tried it. I'm joking. Then we eventually opened, and it was beautiful space. It is a beautiful space. I've definitely like up the levels, and it was more of a celebration of how far we've come. Like we're able to do this. We're able to. Someone like me is able to produce a space of such decadence in an area such as Tulsa. But then that's why when you say I'm a marketing guru, I'm like, mate, I'm not. The marketing's not working as much as well as it did at Queen. But the landscape's changed. Somewhat. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like being that 20 goal a season striker.
Yeah. Definitely.
And then you do it for 7 years, and you go. Then all of a sudden, everyone's caught on. Okay, cool. We're gonna go to your right, right? So you have to find different ways to innovate.
Yourself,
Which is kind of like what we're doing.
So you feel like you're now tweaking it to find out what's gonna work in there.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. And some things have worked. And what I do know is that the sum is greater than the parts, right? And it's very much like you have to have the right team, which is the main reason why I bought the second pub, because I felt at the time I had the right team. Yeah. And unfortunately, the team, did whatever, and and now we're kind of back to building a team again. So it's just making sure we get those pieces in the right place. But yeah, I mean, I love Queen of the South, man. It represents like. And it's so challenging, like mentally challenging. Like, when you're defined by when you feel like you're defined by what you do and what you do is not doing well, you start to question yourself. Definitely. And it's it can be a really dark place as well. Do you get it? It's like, I think you just got to lean on people around you, kind of thing. And no,
it'll work.
Yeah,
you got this.
It'll work.
Fucking better, mate. Got a lot of money right now, mate. No, I'm joking. It's got to work.
Definitely. We're going to switch gears a little bit and get into some quick fire questions for you. Cool. I want you to take yourself back to your West End days as well, because I know you and Julian have got some good juicy stuff.
Bloody hell. I don't know if I can remember. Bro.
We should probably have some tequila for this one.
Yeah.
But,
It was all about tequila lemonade. You got any tequila lemonade? Come on, man. Get the juice out, bro.
You want me to get some juice?
Get the juice out, bro. What are you here for? Come on, lad. Get the juice out. What, no, I'm actually being serious.
He's being serious.
I'm being serious. What, no juice?
Do you want to get me his thing quickly?
Come on, mate. Send Jake set us up here. Let's get the champagne out.
all right, love that. Right, so we're going to jump into a quick fire. You don't have to answer them that quick. You can give us lots of juicy gossip if you want in the quick fire. So first,
Or is this incriminating?
Nah, they're good. They're good.
Not on you anyway.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I'm not to incriminate me, honestly.
So, who's been the most famous celebrity in one of your promotions or clubs, except for Idris?
That's been best. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to say Kate Moss, you know?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
a
going to say
good
Kate Moss still.
Yeah.
Where was that?
At Paradise.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She was interesting. Bro.
Was Naomi Campbell went there as well, innit? She's been to a few of yours, I think.
No, Naomi Campbell? Has she been?
I think you guys did an event in Cristal or something, and Naomi Campbell went there. This was years ago, though.
I mean, very possibly. I mean, very possibly.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of others that we can't name for legal reasons. You know what I mean?
No, don't look into this.
Really protection here, man. Next question.
But yeah, Kate Moss for sure.
Yeah.
And also, randomly, I met Gwyneth Paltrow, yeah?
Oh,
So this
wow.
is times. I went to the Royal Albert Hall. It's not one of my parties, but I went to the Royal Albert Hall.
Mm.
And you know that Jay-Z song Cry?
Yeah.
So, you know, Gwyneth Paltrow sang that bit. I goes, ooh, I don't know. I thought this chick can sing.
Oh, wow.
And I was just wandering backstage and I saw her and she asked me for a picture. She actually asked me. The proof's on my Instagram. I'm just saying. She leaned into me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, if you must. I took a picture. I said, okay, go away now. No.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
and Gwyneth.
Love that. Love that. Who's been the drunkest celeb at one of your events?
Oh, mate.
Who did you say?
There's been so many. You know, when the reality stars, them Towie lot were quite irritating near the end.
Well, not even at the end from the beginning.
From the
bro.
beginning.
No,
I need names, gents. I need names.
Oh, we can't.
No,
be
do you know?
saying
No,
names.
mine would. Okay, no,
You can.
no. Do you know what? Like, there were some footballers that got twisted, bro.
A lot.
Yeah, they got waved.
Yeah.
They got waved.
Ashley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple got waved, you know. But this is techie, boy.
All right, we'll give you some nice ones where you can talk nicely about it. Who's been the nicest or biggest tipper celeb?
I never got. Well, I'd probably say Ashley Young, if anything.
Yeah, Ashley Young.
He was,
cool.
but I never really actually got tipped personally.
Yeah.
Mm,
But I saw how he looked after.
Yeah.
yeah.
He was actually pretty dope.
Well, Ashley Walters, probably.
Really?
Yeah, he's really cool, man.
I'm still waiting for him to come Prince of Peckham.
Okay.
Properly.
Okay.
'Cause he came for a photo shoot. I'm like, come on, Ashley, man, come, bro.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
do like a top boy quiz, bro. What happened to you? We still did it anyway, right?
In KSI.
But in terms of like, I was talking about this, just a nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a nice.
Issa
nice
Rae.
person.
So Issa Rae came to Prince of Peckham, yeah.
Right.
Bro, she was just. So I didn't really know who she. I didn't really
Yeah.
know the magnitude of her stardom. If
Yeah.
I'm honest, but I know my wife was like, Issa Rae, obviously Insecure. They love all that stuff.
Yeah.
And Issa Rae turns up. Well, she's in the queue. On her one, just in the queue. And I was outside on my phone, not even like, thinking anything on it. And I was just walking up to her going, I'm on my phone, I'm like, wait, I'll call you back. And I went up to her going, I know who you are. Some fucking weirdo, bro. I'm thinking, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I promise I am the place. Like, she's expecting you and stuff, you know what I mean?
This is the Prince of Peckham.
This is like Prince of Peckham, yeah. But when she walks in, she's calm, like just an absolute don. She had her grills on. But a chick with grills, yeah, is something that's like, I just think it's just powerful, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I think it's powerful.
Yeah.
And she's got like her lower grills on. She's wearing like a denim suit. She's taking pictures of everyone saying hi. I remember like a lot of these black women, particularly, like she's really giving them stories that they relate to.
Yeah.
Like being the first one on, like one of the first female on television as a black woman to be seen with a headscarf on screen. Okay, that's the reality of black women's journey, but that's not something that's depicted in movies, right?
Yeah.
But Israel's like, yo, we wear headscarves.
Yeah.
Like there is, and that, even that in itself is quite a powerful message. So like, but she was lovely, man. She was lovely, yeah.
Great. biggest pain in the backside celebrity that you've had to deal with?
There's been a few, you know. Biggest pain.
Previous shows, people have got quite explicit.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of released it.
Release some anger.
No, but and again, like, do you know, if I'll be honest with you, not many people really like fucked, like, they don't really like, let me do this. No, boom, straight up, Floyd Mayweather. Let me tell you what, yeah.
Ooh.
So Floyd Mayweather came to Maya,
Yeah.
And he comes to Maya and he shakes my hand like this, yeah. Come, shake my hand like this.
Oh, like that? Oh,
Like,
mate.
can't mash up his hands in the box or whatever.
Yeah.
He goes, hey, can I have a Moet? Can I have a bottle of Moet? I was like, oh. I didn't know it was called Moet. It's actually pronounced Moet as well. Yeah. Be like Moet because we're basic bitches, bro. And he's like, Moet. So organize it for him. And obviously he's small, but all these bouncers are massive.
Yeah.
Got all the drinks. And at the time, Maya I don't think Maya really understood who this gentleman was.
Yeah. It's one of the best boxers in the world.
So the waiters brought the bill to him, bro. And don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
Each to their own.
Yeah, each to their own, yeah.
Have he looked at the bill, bro? He's like, I'm not paying this. He didn't say it to me. But he's like, I'm not paying this. And it almost tried to like, I think the waiter got scared. That, oh, we're leaving. And they just left.
Right.
Left all the open bottles on the table, like, just left. Just walked out. And I just thought, all right, fair enough. And then I think a few months later, he bust out Ricky Hatton, bro.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, that was a strange encounter for sure.
Ouch.
Because that Moe would have been what, £200 or something?
No, back then, like, I mean, even not back then, like, no more.
Yeah.
They were selling bottles for crazy dollar, bro.
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
I went to a venue recently.
Yeah. Oh, don't tell me about it.
And they sold a bottle of Monkey 47, right, gin?
Yeah.
Like 900 quid. But we're talking like, you know the bottle that? I said, what?
No.
900 quid, bruv. The markup in central London is, and don't get me wrong, I've bought bottles.
Yeah.
But I think to myself, like,
No.
nah.
But that's the reason why that culture's died off quite rapidly.
Yeah.
Because that is not sustainable.
It isn't sustainable. But I tell you what, it's like when someone buys a Rolex watch, or when someone buys like, you know, a pair of Balenciaga trainers, or whatever it is. Like, it's you know, that actual item isn't worth that much money. Yeah. It's the value in which it presents, right? But it's when you're charged that much money for something and you're not given the experience that should come with. Because it's not £900 for the liquid. Yeah. It's £900 because I've got to walk through the door. Yeah. I've got to sit on a table. I'm like, you know, if I need something, I've got something. Whatever I need, you're making me feel like the absolute big cheese. But it's when that's not given to you. It's when like they sneak on service charge or some mad amount of money, or you've got people trying to pour out your drink for you so you can quickly get out. Like that's when it's a liberty. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that culture. I mean, for me, I'm like in and out kind of thing.
Yeah. Because I felt like around 2015 or 16, actually even before that, because our company focused on mass scale venues. And then when we were watching these small clubs charging £1,000, £2,000 for a table, I just felt like, what is the benefit of this place? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, and then when we moved out to do mass scaling, and then we went to check out West End again, we started seeing the clubs close around it.
Yeah, 100.
We started seeing like club after club in Mayfair, we're closing. And then you saw one club, I'm not saying its name, and it was charging like £500 a head to get inside. And they just literally throwing a table, here's a drink, good luck, and then leaving loads of people outside. And the atmosphere in there was rubbish.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So I said, I can see why it died off. He's not exciting anymore.
But that's why Love and Liquor, that's for me at the time, Love and Liquor worked. Because we came into a space, it was 2012.
Yeah.
Like, we were selling tables at £150, right? Yeah. We still gave you that VIP service. Like, and we actually gave a shit because we were in Kilburn, right?
Yeah.
And I think, and also a lot of the members of staff that worked with us had always aspired to go West End, but never been. And then there's this guy like me coming and saying, guys, we're going to bring out Cat Spark. And I was like, oh my God, we got to do it. So we really did that. Yeah. And when you're talking about £150 and then your most expensive table is £500, but you're sitting in the VIP and you're being served like to the nines. Yeah. I think there was definitely a time when people were like, why am I spending £2,000 on the table there when I can actually go Love and Liquor and spend 500 quid and have probably a better time not be showed. Like, did you get what I mean? Like, it just works. So absolutely, like, I think that model was it's insane. But you know, if it works for some, it works for some. It's just not for us. Really.
Not for us,
we don't even like selling bottles at Prince of Peckham.
No,
it's like some people insist, and we sell it to them, but we're very much like we want to stay away from that kind of culture.
Yeah.
You know, like we will have 1 or 2 DJs that are off status, and they want to have. They got their riders, cool, we'll stick them in another room and we'll put their bottles down and that's fine. Just so they don't have to come back and ask for drinks. Not because
making it easy for
you know what I mean? Not because they're going to walk around with like sparklers and fucking ring cards and shit. Saying, oh, look what we've got now. But yeah, that model is a bit nuts. But you know, every now and then.
Yeah. You got a little touch
more.
All right, I'm coming in with another one. Right, so alive or dead, what celeb do you wish could come through the doors at Prince of Peckham to have a drink with you and the gang?
It's got to be Mr. Mandela, bro.
Yeah.
Who?
Oh yeah.
No, she's gonna come. She's gonna come one day. She's gonna come.
Yeah.
But she's. But to be fair, she's with kids now. So, but then again, we are gonna move towards having a creche and like we're gonna the next. I can't even talk about my next business plan.
Yeah.
The next business plan. Can't talk about that. But yeah, Mandela. We'd love to just pick his brains and like. Even know what he fucking drinks.
Yeah.
What do he drink?
Yeah, that'd be interesting, yeah.
OJ Simpson. Did you fucking kill him, man? What did you do, man? That glove fits.
Yeah. You go away nicely, did, man. Yeah.
Mr. Mandela.
Yeah, great one. And then last one, let us, like, except for venues you've worked with in the past, like what's a club or a hospitality experience that you really respect and love what they're doing and what they're about as a brand?
So to be fair, my previous employer, the Colombo Group, I thought they were just like, it's actually quite mad. Like they just created like Colombo fucking I don't know, machines and shit, and like the level of hospitality and attention to detail. You know, like if you go Prince of Peckham, the chandelier, that's that Prince is actually a chandelier from Paradise.
Oh wow!
It's a gift that they gave to me.
Oh,
so,
nice.
You know, I was just opening up the pub, and it was just understanding like, it's hospitality over service. It's going above and beyond, and like that just being ingrained in my DNA and seeing it, and you know, there's things from my employment there that just really I haven't seen it recreated elsewhere. Actually, saying that one of my old colleagues from Colombo Group named Scotty. He's one of the partners at what's that Kazar? It's in Notting Hill. The one that they had the party during lockdown. Rita Ora's birthday party. Had it during lockdown. They got
in trouble.
Yeah,
I know which one you're talking about.
But anyway, so he works for that. He works for that group, and he's got a venue called Isabel's in Mayfair, and then he's opened up a new one in Manchester called Maya. And you can see like he's taken that level of hospitality and attention to detail to like. That kind of high level service, but it's so not like the West End venues.
No.
It's in West End, it's in Mayfair, but every time I'm down, I don't feel like it's like I don't want to say posh brasseries. I don't think I'm doing them any justice, but it's like that. I feel like I'm in. I feel like I'm. It's my yard, if I'm honest, and it's having that feeling. So like the Colombo definitely gave us some things that we definitely rolled that into our spaces. So for sure, like, and like the Old Queen's Head in Islington, bro, it has such a just a beautiful boozer. You know, and it's one of theirs as well. So yeah, big shout out to Colombo. I should say that. Not a big shout out because I bloody can't stand it. No, I love you guys, love you.
I lied. I'm going to keep rolling here. This is good stuff. Yeah. So you talked about hedonistic earlier. I heard that. Yeah. Talk to us about best night out ever, where, who you were with, why. Can be anywhere in the world. But...
Okay. I've been to Ibiza once, right? And I've been to Ibiza once and once only because it was everything I ever thought it was ever going to be, right? I had 4 days of pure shakara. Like it was, but I'm talking about like going into clubs through kitchens, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like going to after parties where there's like swimming pools on 2 floors of a villa. Like it was just everything I wanted it to be. And just like, and then imagine it was so lit, that one of the nights we were so tired, we stayed in and watched Netflix and we didn't even care. We were like, yo, we done a lot. We're watching Netflix. And everyone was calm and happy with watching Netflix. Yeah, like that was, if I'm honest, that was like That was incredible. Also, like, and this sounds a bit like naff or whatever, but like I went to is it Fuerteventura? What's the island off Ibiza? Formentera.
Formentera, yeah.
I went to Fuerteventura with the kids actually, but Formentera, and I went on my mini moon with my wife from after our wedding, and it was actually like, it was just lit. Like the the hospitality, the service, the like it was and just a party off the island. You can still feel the energy off the Ibiza, but it was like removed, but still your toes in. Yeah. With my missus, like it was sick. So Ibiza for sure.
Yeah, special place. I've been there probably about 25 times.
See, I don't want to go again.
You can't.
No, you don't.
Because I can't go again. Because I just don't think I'll be like, oh man, this memory's now gone forever. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ibiza was lit, man.
Sometimes you go there once and it's good enough. You're like, you know what?
That's it. I'm used to like going to flipping theme parks and swimming pools.
Yes, that's
my holidays now, boy.
Life changes, right?
Oh gosh,
brilliant. All right, cool. I'm gonna end the quick fire because it wasn't that quick. That's the way you like the quick fire. It's not too quick.
All right, so where do you go from here? Like, what do you see yourself doing?
So the plan is like, so the pub group is called the Village People Pub Group.
Good name.
And like the whole mantra is like, it takes a village to raise a child, and we really want to create spaces that like really impact local communities and are just really present and really turn up for, just represent or reflect the spaces in which they reside. And we've got this like concept which I've been thinking about, and we talk about creches and stuff. And again, as you get older, your social journey changes and children are involved. I think we're like, I call us the Peter Pan generation. Because we don't want to get old nowadays. Well, we are getting older, but we still got that kid, that youthfulness in us. But now we've got actual kids, right? So it's creating that space where we can actually like have our kids, not your kids not gonna be present at night, but like where in the hub is about like educating and nurturing the next gen of youth. You know, between, I don't know, even from like newborn and or you know, maybe from 11 to 16, giving them a space to learn, to educate themselves, aside from another space where you can co-work. You know, you can have your supper clubs, you can have your podcast spaces like this. So we're looking to, by the grace of God, like that's the next kind of step to create the village, so to speak.
Love that.
So that's kind of where we want to go. But I need some money, any sponsors, bro. I need some dough. And this goes out to the people then. You heard what I do? Hit me up.
If you're watching.
Actually, no, turn that around. I don't want to show my hair.
Amazing. I think like one of the things you talk a lot about the younger generation, which I love, and I can imagine how you inspire a lot of young people, especially around London. Like, what would be some advice you'd give like young people wanting to get into hospitality? Is there some, you know, nuggets of gold you can give some people?
I mean, my natural response would be like, don't do it, but I'm joking. It would be like, there has to be passion. There has to be, it has to be a belief in people.
Yeah.
Humanity is that, and I know this, again, sounds a bit like airy fairy, but humanity is like all over the place at the minute.
Yeah.
But just to have belief in people is, you know, because I think sometimes we lead with our judgment, and we lead with like some sort of like a view of how people are just based on, like I have this saying, that light is faster than sound. We just have this view on like people are, they look like this, so they must be like that. So I think like to go into hospitality, you've got to like, that's all got to be cast aside, and you've got to have a genuine love or passion for people and their experiences, and understanding that, you know, because someone's angry today, that doesn't mean they're bad. It just means they might not have had a good sleep. They might have lost someone dear to them. Do you know what I mean? And I believe that hospitality is very much about that. It's about opening up your home or creating a home for people to enjoy too. Unless, and if you're going in it to make money, just don't, bro.
No, don't.
Like I think doing hospitality to make money, short term. You're gonna make short term decisions. You're gonna start like using dodgy PDQ machines. You know them one there, bro. Like, you know them one. Yeah, bro. You know them one. Like I'm just like, you know, it's very, very important that your first and foremost mission is to deliver a hospitable service. And you know, and like I said earlier on, like if you make magic, I promise you'll make money. You know what I mean, simple as that. Simple as that.
Definitely.
All right.
Is that?
Have I waffled a lot? I've waffled.
No, you can keep going.
Rose is like, yep, you talking a lot of shit.
I just want to come out beef with you. I feel like the 25 times I've been have just been pretty average compared
Bro,
to.
trust me, man. It was fucking hell. Should we have those shots then?
Yeah, let's do it.
I see them lingering.
We should have got like a tequila company. We do it next time.
Yeah, don't worry. If you want some sponsorship, those roses, the sponsorship queen.
Yeah.
She'll sort you right out, bro. Oh, we've all got one. We're getting involved.
Cheers, Clem. Thank you.
Woo!
Oh gosh.
Yes.
And drank alcohol in like 6 weeks.
What make of it?
I'm not the pro. Roses.
God, pressure of the
Oh gosh, that burned my heart.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
It's definitely not alright. Look at her face. She's like,
It's nice. I don't know.
I like-
Casamigos before we went.
Oh gosh.
That was nice. Oh, that's a good one.
oh,
Definitely.
Nope. What is it? Patron.
Patron.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah. God.
Clem, thank you so much. What a pleasure. I heard a lot about you. And yeah, thanks so much for your stories. I know you're going to inspire so many people to get into the game. And yeah, can't thank you enough.
Really inspiring.